Hazer, this game really fell back and forth all night long. You talked in the morning about how well coached they are through Sean Williams. Just overall, how good of a lacrosse game was this?
Entertaining. Like I say, at the end of the day, it started right from the opening face-off. Like it turned into a battle right off the bat. Every time those guys were on the floor, it was a battle, and all night long, it just, like I say, every inch was earned. And we came out at the end of it. At the end of the day, here, Hutchie locked the door down in that back end the last 5 minutes and made some big saves that we needed.
We know Ryan Smith and Connor Fields are going to be a part of the offense most nights, right? But how nice is it to see the wealth get distributed? You had a lot of guys put points on the board.
The guy put the ball in the net plus, right? So that's the biggest thing that Kyle mentions it to the old guys every time. We're a family style offense. Everybody's got to eat and everybody's got to have their opportunities. And again, when we're able to do that, we're going to be tough to handle. I thought we were tough to handle tonight.
Something we were just talking with Hutchie about, just this team's chemistry has been built year over year, and how nice is it to have the amount of returnees so that it wasn't like everybody was getting to know each other in September, October when you're getting together. Most of these guys have been sharing a room now for a few years.
And then that's the one thing we hung our hat on coming into this year, is that offensively we thought we were okay. And just having that chemistry and building a little bit further on it is, again, it's up to these guys to take us to a different level. And tonight, I thought we took a good step forward, especially offensively. What I mentioned to you earlier this morning about what now. Like, we got to take those transition goals off the boards, and that's what kept them in that game. That we just got to react a little bit quicker. So that's going to be the evolution of us. We need our offensive guys to react a little bit quicker, give us an opportunity to play 5-on-5. Because defensively, again, when those five guys are on the floor, it didn't matter what five guys were on the floor. Bodies were on the ground, and that's something that's new here.
You use the word react. I think this is worth asking. There were 3 challenges across both sides. Can you explain to me, how quick do you have to get into motion before knowing a challenge? What is going on? How much time do you have to throw that flag?
I think seconds to do it, and again, it comes from everybody. Like, Matt's on the iPad pulling it up real quick, and again, we're looking at the jumbotron trying to nail it at the end of the day, right? So yeah, decisions got to come quick, and it comes from the guys sometimes too. Like, their perspective is right there, so they got to say as well to a certain degree. But most of the time, they're liars, especially the offensive guys, right? They think it's in the net, every goal's in the net. So yeah, but yeah, it was 1 for 1, and again, the one we lost, marginal.
So for Hutchie tonight, how did his experience from getting a good amount of minutes last year really help him down the stretch here tonight?
I think like I say, there was a couple soft ones that I think Hutchie would want. Last year, we might have had a couple more. This year, I think the experience he just made the saves he had to, and he was just kept himself square of the ball. And again, that last 5 minutes, they were pushing, they were pressing, they had a lot of good opportunities, and he shut the door at the end of the day. So I think that's his progression.
And when you last year's game, I know that you mentioned in the second half they really pushed the pace, and that's where the game got away from you. In terms of adjustments from your team, even when they faced adversity with some of those penalties, how well do you think your group responded?
Well, and again, that's one thing we'll say, like, we can't take those penalties, especially the dumb ones, the dead ball fouls. But yeah, we just sort of buckled down, and offensively, last year we might have gotten away from the game plan a little bit. This year we just kept our pedal to the metal a little bit, right, and kept pushing and got rewarded for it. So yeah, again, as a group, taking strides and lessons learned, and let's learn another lesson for next week.
You have a defensive group that I know has gotten a lot of stock throughout the exhibition games and now going into this week. How well do you think they played collectively as a unit?
And again, that's one thing that we did mention as the staff. This is, and again, not to downgrade anybody that was playing here for us before, but we had 10 guys that when we looked down and said, okay, whoever's next, go. And because we got that trust and we got that faith in the group, and right now, and it was good.
I know you mentioned earlier to me this week, the next evolution in Connor Field's game is trusting his teammates more, having that extra pass and not feeling like he has to do it all on his own. It's pretty remarkable, first game of the year to have 7 assists like that. How dynamic of a player do you see him being this year?
Again, I think it's he's still got so much growth to do at the end of the day. And yeah, he moved the ball well. And again, it makes it easier on him when he swings to the right side. You know, they got to sink off of him, which is going to give him time and space to step down. And he had a couple nice step downs as well. And he's always going to have that ability to do that, right? So it's, again, as a group, it's when Fieldsy's passing the ball as much as he was tonight, it makes our group so much better.